Hi traders, just want to keep you updated with a trade that I've entered today, and I've entered on the pound Swiss franc pair, and the reasoning for this entry was there was some data out of Great Britain on Wednesday, October the 25th, so that's yesterday, and it was the GDP figures, and there was an uptick in the year-on-year and the quarter-on-quarter data points of 0.1%. Now, that was really significant for the British pound, and I'll show you why. If you look at the chart here, you see the reaction to those data points was an instant strong buy in the pound. Now, the reason that strong buy happened was because the markets were looking at this GDP figure coming out of Great Britain and saying, if this GDP figure is good, then the Bank of England is going to have the kind of political sway to be able to say we can raise interest rates because our GDP has increased, we're coping, we're managing, we are in a position to manage an interest rate rise. And the increase of inflation, around 3%, has got the Bank of England nervous really and thinking we have to control this inflation. And the best tool in the box to do that is interest rate rise. So the market has interpreted this as almost confirming an interest rate rise coming at the Bank of England's next meeting. Now, the way I entered that trade today was drew a fib level across from the high to the low of the data exit, and then I had a look here and I thought, where's a good place to get in? And I looked at this fib and I looked to get in here at just this 38.2 level, and as it happened, I got filled perfectly, and my stop was just below here. And initially, I was targeting these recent highs up here. Now, I had been long pound Swiss franc from all the way down 1.2942, and I'd taken profit earlier in the week up here at 1.3142. So I was thinking, how can I get back into this move? I was convinced there's still a lot more to come, or at least, an attempt at a lot more to come. And the problem was, it was this overhead resistance that was putting me off. I'll show you on the weekly chart. You see it was coming into that resistance level. There it is in the weekly, and there it is in the daily. But when I was long into this, I just thought, I don't want to have to try to fight through this big overhead resistance because I know there's going to be some kind of reaction. There almost always is, so I just wanted to take profit. But today gave me the perfect opportunity. I entered and I was filled at the very, very bottom. I got filled at like 1.3053, something like that. And so literally I had the perfect fill. So I've just moved that to break even now because if price comes back down, I don't want to be in that trade anymore. And I thought, what's going to happen? I thought I could see there being an inside pin bar day. And that is pretty much exactly what's happened with the New York close charts. That is it. There's an inside pin bar. Now, typically what I'd expect to happen here is I expect prices to take a shot higher. And what I'm kind of hoping is that this overhead resistance level is going to be at least breached or taken out, or there's going to be some break of this inside pin bar combination. You can see this bullish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish days. And my plan is to try to, as far as possible, hold this into the Bank of England's meeting on Thursday, the 2nd of November. That's when they're going to have the interest rate decision. So that means that an obvious target would be to clear these highs and then just get as much as I can. So I'd like to, if I could get to 1.34, just that recent, that sort of support level there, turn resistance. If we can have a test of that level, that would be perfect. But for now, as I say, I'm going to take that fortuitous perfect entry. If Carlsberg made entries, that would be what they're like. Virtually, probably not even 1 point drawdown, literally perfect. And then looking to go through those highs tomorrow. So that's my plan. So I'm just going to just hold it, just basically forget about the trade tomorrow and see what happens with those levels and try to hold into the Thursday 2nd of November. Anyway, I mean, good profit for the month, about 1.6, 1.7% up for the month. So a good turnaround at the back end of the month. and so happy with that. I'm at break even, and so just leaving it at that. That's my trade. There's my reasons, and great. So if you like my video, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. It'd be good to hear from you. Thanks then. Bye.